This could have saved me a lot of time during that waiting period, but nobody taught me how my own brain was wired to fail at love. Most of us think our struggle to connect is just bad timing or the wrong person, and that when we finally meet the right man, we'll be automatically ready to show up and love well. But what if love keeps missing you for a reason you've not thought about? In this episode, I'll show you how neuroscience, God's own design of your mind, impacts how your brain processes love, and what you can do to fix it if it is in fact working against you. For more than a decade as a therapist and dating coach, and becoming a wife from these soul care principles, I've studied what makes love work and what breaks it, in both my own life and the lives of the women I've worked with. So if you're ready to stop being the villain in your love story and start co-writing the next chapter with God, the chapter where love finally feels reciprocated, comforting, and fun, then you're in the right place. I'm Tracy Reddy, and welcome to Become the One, Soul Care for Single Christian Women. Imagine a woman, I'll call her Renee. Her love life had been on ice for years. You know what it's like, child. Them dead-end situationships, that whole, I'm not looking for love, but if it happens, it happens, that attitude. Or taking these long, extended breaks from dating altogether, knowing full well you want to find love, you want to be with somebody. That was where she was. So she came to me as a last resort, convinced that maybe marriage just ain't in my future. After hearing about a few of her encounters, it became glaringly clear. It's not that all the men she dated were terrible. In fact, she even admitted that some of them, although were problematic, most of them weren't. She just became disinterested and she didn't know why. In that instant, I knew exactly what was going on. Her brain had become wired for disconnection, and perhaps yours is too. She spent years in isolation, singleness, and in that deep independent stage, our brain gets comfortable there. This is how so many love stories get quietly sabotaged today. It builds patterns that make distance feel safe and closeness feel like a threat or feel foreign. Now, let's get a little nerdy for a minute. Your brain is made of billions of little nerve cells called neurons. Every time you think, feel, or do something on a repetitious basis, those neurons fire together and they form these pathways that tell your brain, okay, this process is normal. The more often you walk that same mental pathway, the stronger that pathway gets. So, for example, you don't have to think too hard about driving anymore. Your eyes and hands and feet all just work together on like autopilot to get you from point A to point B safely. That's the result of a well-developed neural pathway. Now, think about how that plays out in love. If you keep repeating the same patterns, checking out when things get real, avoiding emotional intimacy, settling for situationships, or avoiding dating altogether, your brain learns that rhythm. It wires that pattern as familiar, normal, and what you're supposed to do. So when you stop showing up in relationships, stop connecting, stop risking, stop practicing vulnerability, those connection pathways, they weaken. Your brain starts pruning away what you don't use. That's what scientists call neuroplasticity. Your brain is always adapting to what you practice, whether that's closeness or distance. So in essence, the old adage is true. What you don't use, baby, you're gonna lose it. Grandma Neil was right. My signature program in the School of Emotional Wellness is called the Soul Detox. After doing this program for many years with single women of faith, what I've discovered is that this is exactly what it does for them. It creates a space for love. Women who've gone through the program often express that because of this process, they feel more prepared to love and be loved. And that's because this journey of the soul detox literally begins forging the pathway that your future relationship will occupy. A pathway that has been dormant or misused for many of them for many years, actually. And the final module of the soul detox, the dating experiment, helps you strengthen that wiring in real time with a renewed, decluttered heart. You actually go on the dates and actually get yourself comfortable doing the thing you've been avoiding all this time. You can learn more about the Soul Detox at souldetox.net. All right. Hope to see you there. So if you've been half in, half out, or completely out of dating, or making unfruitful choices when it comes to love, dating, or marriage, your brain has been trained to normalize those patterns. So your lack of success or forward movement in love is not because you're broken, it's because you've practiced something other than connection. The good news is that the same brain that wired you for disconnection can rewire you for connection. Romans 12:1 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, both spiritual and scientific. God designed your brain with the ability to change if you're willing to practice new patterns. And this is the real work of preparing for love. When people say, well, you got to do the work, I know some of y'all are tired of hearing that because you feel like you've already done the work. And you often think when you hear do the work, that means go to therapy. Now, while therapy is important, the deeper work of relationship preparation is forging that pathway for connection itself. That's the real work. Your brain isn't against you. It's been agreeing with the habits you've chosen. But if those habits keep you from your love goals, it's time to just teach your brain something new. So if you're ready to start clearing emotional space and retraining your heart for connection, I actually invite you to join us inside the Soul Detox. It's a first step in helping your mind and your emotions remember that love is safe and it can be amazing. It's the first step in helping your mind and emotions get trained on how to do love in a safe way. Because love doesn't just appear when you meet the right person. It grows in a mind, in a brain, and in a heart that are prepared to recognize and receive it. So is your brain wired to fail in love? Maybe, but it's also wired to learn something new. And when you choose to practice connection on purpose, you not only prepare for love, you become a hero in your love story. The choice is yours. Okay, love you, bye.